Can you sue your former employer for a hostile work environment? In short, the answer is yes. It can certainly lead to things like wrongful termination and retaliation. So what is a hostile work environment? Well, here's what Wikipedia says. In the United States labor law, a hostile work environment exists when one's behavior within a workplace creates an environment that is difficult or uncomfortable for another person to work in due to illegal discrimination. Common complaints in sexual harassment lawsuits include fondling, suggestive remarks, sexually suggestive photos displayed in the workplace, use of sexual language, or off-color jokes. Small matters, annoyances, and isolated incidents are usually not considered to be statutory violations of the discrimination laws. For a violation to impose liability, the conduct must create a work environment that would be intimidating, hostile, or offensive to a reasonable person. An employer can be held liable for failing to prevent these workplace conditions, unless it can prove that it attempted to prevent the harassment and that the employee failed to take advantage of existing harassment countermeasures or tools provided by the employer. It goes on to say, a hostile work environment may also be created when management acts in a manner designed to make an employee quit in retaliation for some action. For example, if an employee reported safety violations at work, was injured, attempted to join a union, or reported regulatory violations by management, and management's response was to harass and pressure the employee to quit. Employers have tried to force employees to quit by imposing unwarranted discipline, reducing hours, cutting wages, or transferring the complaining employee to a distant work location. So what steps should you take if you have a hostile work environment claim? It would probably be a good idea to start with human resources, which I did try to do after being terminated. Originally, I tried to do this, and that's when it all started. You'll need to secure the company's awareness of the problem. Don't forget to make a note of who witnessed the hostility. Be sure to research the laws applying to your situation. One of the most important things that you could possibly do is seek legal advice. You have to be sure and be able to show that there's been a negative impact on you, your family, or your life, or your performance. Whatever you do, be sure to document everything. Hostile work environments can ultimately lead to wrongful termination or other serious deprivation of an employee's rights in the workplace. There are no federal quote-unquote hostile work environment laws or quote-unquote hostile workplace laws named as such. Creating a hostile workplace is prohibited under certain federal discrimination laws. You may want to look into filing a complaint for hostile workplace environment with the EEOC, so look into it today. You can begin with a phone call, and you can walk in and file in person or over the phone. Consider these examples of hostile work environment harassment: discussing sex acts or using sexually suggestive language, telling offensive jokes about protected categories of people, making unwanted comments on physical qualities, displaying racist or sexually inappropriate pictures, using slurs or insensitive terms, making inappropriate gestures, sabotaging an employee's work or career, unwanted touching. These are just a few examples. If you think you may have been wrongfully terminated due to a hostile work environment, feel free to call the EEOC toll-free at 1-800-669-4000. I'm John Lee. If you like videos like these, hit that like and subscribe button for me. I'm on to the next one. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry, because somebody has to stop these punks from doing things like this to hardworking, tax-paying, law-abiding citizens.